Uh, hey class, this is Peter Westerman checking in for week 8 discussion board post, and it's the last one, so it's been a lot of fun. I'm pleased to be able to do this video, and I hope you enjoy it. This week we were asked to use about 5 questions to guide our discussion as we just reflect on this 8-week course and what we got out of it. So the first question was, what was one idea that you found particularly helpful and inspiring? I think the discussion that I found most helpful was when we were talking about what is a Christian's role in politics and society. It's super applicable right now with the election and everything. I think that turned up right after Trump was brought into office, so that was interesting to explore. Very relevant, very hot topic right now. And what is our responsibility as Christians? And just a lot of fun to talk about that, a lot of fun to hear what other people think and engage in conversation. So I got a lot out of that week for sure. What is one concept, theological idea you want to study further, and why? Probably eschatology and how that impacts the church. A lot of people I know are big on we're in the end times and this is it. So build a bunker and settle in because it's going to be dangerous and scary and wild and all that. And I think, from my understanding, the church has lived in the end times since Christ ascended. The way that the New Testament authors wrote seemed like they believed it was the end of the end times already. So, but they didn't live in fear, and they weren't bunkering in and settling down to just wait for the end of the world. They went out into the world and spread the good news and brought people to Christ. So I want to study that further and kind of develop more of a theology of an eschatologically driven view of church and salvation. I think that's important to have. What is one thing you wish this course could have dealt with in more detail? Probably eschatology. Goes along with what I'm saying I want to know more about. So I think those questions kind of go hand in hand there. What is one thing that you're still confused about? Not eschatology, I wouldn't say I'm confused about that, but the thing that I'm coming away from this class most wondering is what should my church be doing? And what is my responsibility for that? Last week, I think it was, I had someone challenge me and say, well, what are you going to do for your church leaders? How are you going to make an impact? You've got some great ideas for community-based church and interacting with other churches in the area. What are you going to do to change that? And that was very challenging for me. I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know what my responsibility as a layperson is. So thinking about that, there's the overall view of the church as a whole, and the leaders should be cued into that so they know. But as a layperson, how do I serve the church and influence the church in the ways that we're talking about in this class? How do I apply that? I think that's what I'm wondering the most. And I think I have a little bit of a self-identity crisis in there, where I feel like I'm called to be a leader in the church. I feel like I'm called to be a leader in ministry. Those opportunities aren't really opening up to me right now at the church, so the church I'm at anyway. So how do I lead? And I think my inclination is to just be a servant, and those opportunities will come when God deems that I'm ready and when it's necessary. I think that's what I'm struggling with the most. Which one of the readings was your favorite and why? Luther's Two Kinds of Righteousness was really cool. It was one of the readings that we did at the beginning of the course, but it really set the tone for me to explore the readings and find them interesting. Some of the courses I've taken through Moody, they've gone up and down in terms of the reading content and what I've looked forward to. I think I've enjoyed almost all the readings we've done for this course. I can't say that for every class I've taken. So Luther's Two Kinds of Righteousness really set the pace for me. I enjoyed that a lot. More reformed now than I would say, even though Luther was one of the first reformers, I'd say, because the way he is, and Luther, I don't really identify myself as a Lutheran, not even just denominationally, just like in thought, but being able to read some of his stuff and open up my eyes to some of the things that he as a church father brought into our doctrines really helped me to appreciate the man even more. So I'd say that was probably my favorite. Got the most out of that. Anyway, looking forward to what you guys have to say. Any comments you have on the things I've said would be great. Any encouragements. You guys have always been great encouragers. So thanks for that. And God bless you all. And good luck in your journeys and your academic pursuits. Take care.